The Phase Spider Matriarch is an optional boss enemy that lives beneath the Blighted Village. There are a couple of ways to get to the dark caverns that make her home. In my case, there are two destructible walls in the basement of the blacksmith's house that first led me into her domicile. After a little bit of fighting, I cleared the way to this well bucket, which is the other way to leave or enter the caves. One important part of preparing for a big fight is planning an escape route in case things go south. This isn't always possible, but in this case we have multiple avenues of egress. That's even better because if you end up having to flee, splitting up will make it that much more difficult for the enemy to wipe you out entirely. One thing you can do that I didn't is sneak around and destroy the Spider Matriarch's egg sacs before engaging her. If you can manage it, you can shut down one of the bigger advantages during the fight. But it's definitely a risk-reward calculation you have to make for yourself, because if you're seen before you're prepared, you can be caught in a bad position. Another way to be caught in a bad position is to try to ambush one of the normal phase spiders and misclick, accidentally attacking your own party member at the start of the fight. I highly recommend against this course of action. While it's always a good idea to inspect enemies, especially in honor mode, it can be critical to know what the legendary action is of a boss, as it can really shape the course of a battle. In this case, the Matriarch has a Gossamer Tomb that will punish you for attacking her baby spiderlings. Luckily, it has an escape clause before it blows up for massive damage, but in the meantime that character is still taken out of the fight, and you need to spend action economy freeing them. That means you'll need to find some other way of dealing with the spiderlings, or be prepared to deal with the consequences.
Got to move.
Step to it.
What should I do? Watch this!
Well, so much for peace. Fall by my hand.
Interestingly enough, the retaliatory damage from the armor of Agathis did not trigger the Matriarch's legendary action.
Jimmy on the go. Easy.
Another fight. Let's go. Need to find a way forward.
Much longer like this.
I ended up first coming here at only level 3, and I realized fairly early on in the fight that I was going to be overwhelmed here, so I started turning my thoughts to escape. However, if I have the opportunity, it may still be worth the risk to take down some of the adds. If I come back here later, any monsters that have been killed won't be rejoining the fight. So even if I fail the encounter, I can still make positive progress.
Moving.
I wonder if this is worth the cost.
This was a bit of an experiment for me. I wanted to see if throwing a spiderling would count as an attack for the purpose of the Matriarch's legendary action. As you can see, it did.
A rough tempest I will raise.
My faith will protect me. On my way.
Count on me.
Let me strike true.
Too much to bear.
Got to move.
Victory is assured. Indeed.
Covered.
Swift as my feet can carry me.
Moving.
Death is but a word away. Striking distance.
I need your help. heading out.
Time to press ahead.
This can't have me. Not yet.
Time to meet your maker. Onward.
A tale for the ages. Don't get too close.
Go on. I've got it.
I was very relieved to make this throw and slay the phase spider. Not only for making the return trip easier, but this phase spider harassing me may have made Trevor's escape impossible.
One day I'll catch a break.
I was fairly sure Karlak was in a safe spot by now, and I was looking at risking an attack of opportunity anyway, so I decided to test the theory if the legendary action could reach me when she was far away and out of sight. I suspected it wouldn't, but if it was going to, I needed to know that for later. Thankfully, I was right, and Trever was able to throw the spiderling away in order to make his escape. Unfortunately, Gale and Shadowheart didn't make it out. Amusingly though, Gale's necrotic aura managed to kill a spiderling after the fact. Karlak and Trever did make it out, which means we have the opportunity to regroup, stop off and see Withers, and continue our honor mode run. After fighting some gnolls on the Risen Road, our party leveled up to 4. We were also still pretty good spot concerning resources and had already used a Hill Giant elixir and one of Karlak's soul coins. Additionally, we'd used an egg sac against the gnolls and we still had a small group of crag spider minions. This seemed like a good opportunity to try again. On the way back to the Matriarch, I found a couple of spiderlings that had gotten separated from their mother on their chase. Taking care of them here was easy, and everyone down as one less source of incoming damage during the upcoming fight. I saw a bunch of spiderlings here, but this felt different. The Matriarch couldn't be far, and I didn't want to have a nasty surprise this time around, so I held off, at least until I was sure I knew where the Matriarch was.
What's next, I wonder? Best steps off.
Turns out, she wasn't far at all, so that was definitely the right decision. Even so, she randomly used an ethereal jaunt and spotted us. Oh well, here we go.
Can't even catch my breath. These boots have seen everything.
My turn. Fuck yes. Poor fucker.
I'm ready. On the move.
Shadowheart throwing a potion here has the added effect of blessing herself and Karlak due to a piece of equipment that I have, so I probably should have done that before I attacked. Luckily, Karlak hit anyway, but it's a lesson I should keep in mind for the future.
Let's cover fire, baby.
Battle awaits.
Ultimately, I decide I want Gale to make use of his retaliation damage. I cast Blade Ward and go provoke an attack from the Matriarch, then try to position him to be the target of the spiderlings. I even forego casting shield to ensure the spiders will hit. As an unexpected bonus, apparently this retaliation damage can be non-lethal, and knocking out the spiderlings prevents them from leaving puddles of poison. I'll call this a resounding success for Gale's turn. Okay. Somehow this crag spider got. Okay. So first off, Gale.
Creator. Destroyer.
Okay.
I wonder if this is
I'll
worth
have
the cost.
Trevor do an enrage throw. Now that he started his round raging, Trevor really wants to knock the Matriarch prone if possible. He's prone.
Bye forever, pal.
Swords meet sorcery.
It's an attack roll, right? Let's see. Knocked out, knocked out, knocked out, knocked out. 2 left. I'm gonna try for the Witch Bolt. Okay.
Alright, Karlak. It's go time.
Another fight. Let's go. Have to keep going.
Alright, I think we're doing well. Let's... Guiding Bolt. 55% chance to work. Command. Command halt. 50% chance to work. Here, I risk a 50% chance to shut the Matriarch down for a full turn, and it pays off. At this point, there shouldn't be much left in the way of our success.
Onward.
Let's go over here so Gale is a better target for these guys. Okay.
No choice but to keep going.
See if I can knock you down. Missed. That's okay.
What's this?
I don't think... let's see.
A tale for the ages. On my way.
don't need a cleave. Causing bleed is fine. I don't think I need poison. Yeah, I think we'll be alright.
Can't give up.
Let's see. 40% there. 45% there.
No mercy.
That's okay. By now, it barely even matters, but I find it hilarious that the Matriarch used her Gossamer Tomb on a Crag Spider minion. I guess minions are a decent way of sucking up legendary actions each turn if they are available. A nugget to tuck away for potential use in other fights. As another unexpected bonus, it appears the Crag Spider is immune to being enwebbed, and that's just even funnier. I think I'm just gonna... Well, I may as well try to knock him down. Right. All that's left is a spiderling now. To fail here would be supremely embarrassing. And now Karlak can jump all the way over here. The Poisoner's robes aren't terribly useful for our party, but Chromatic Orb can do poison damage, so it is technically possible for Gale to benefit from them, which does make them strictly superior to normal clothing. Ultimately, I decide the Phase Spider Matriarch is too dangerous to be allowed to live.